Entonces, primero vamos con las muy buenas noticias para México. Entonces, le pido a Ted Sarandos que nos pueda platicar.
Good morning. President Sheinbaum, thank you so much for the warm welcome. I'd also like to acknowledge Senator Ebrard and his team for helping put this together and getting us all together for this announcement. I also would like to thank all of the government officials and journalists here today, and to everyone in Mexico watching at home. It's so great to be back in Mexico City. Every time I come here, I'm amazed at this blend of old and new, between history and modern culture. It's very, very inspiring. And it helps explain why there's so much incredible creativity in Mexico, from art to food, to literature, to architecture, and of course, great storytelling. This country holds a very special place in Netflix history as well. It was here 10 years ago that we produced our very first original series outside of the United States. It was a show called Club de Cuervos, and it paved the way for our programming strategy, which is all about local production. A few years later, we made a film called Roma, which was also filmed here. It won the Academy Award for Best Foreign Language Feature. It was a first for Netflix and a first for Mexico. In fact, that night, Roma went on to win 3 Academy Awards. We also were very proud to produce Alejandro Inarritu's Bardo, which was the Mexican submission for the Academy Award in 2022. And a year after that, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio won the Best Animated Feature Oscar, which was another first for Netflix and another first for Mexico. Over the years, we've worked with hundreds of Mexican creators on hundreds of stories and films that have captured the hearts of Mexican audiences, from House of Flowers to Where the Track Ends to our recently announced Lovesick and Los Muertos. We can't wait also for you to see this incredible documentary on the life and art of Juan Gabriel, which will be coming soon. All of this helps to explain that when President Sheinbaum was the mayor of Mexico City, we decided to make make Mexico our Latin American headquarters. And since we opened here, our employee base in our headquarters has grown 10 times. Being local is very important to us. It's why all of our series and all of our films that we make in Mexico, we make in partnership with local production companies, every single one. That means that we're investing in the creative community, helping talented people find their calling in our industry, but we're also helping people in other industries too. This industry has been very positive for catering, for hotels, for transportation, and for manufacturing as well. One example, the film we recently produced here, Pedro Páramo, contributed 375 million Mexican pesos to this country's gross domestic product and employed thousands of local crew members, hundreds of technicians and artists, and dozens of traditional musicians. Pedro Páramo also required the production of more than 5,000 pieces of wardrobe, which was crafted in collaboration with the masters of the art of traditional textiles. The costume design team met at Original, the textile art event organized by the government, and so it's really incredible to provide a spotlight of this great Mexican talent. And the impact goes far beyond the production alone. In fact, almost 70 years after Pedro Páramo was first published, and after the success of the film, the sales of the book have gone up 30%. Tripled, I'm sorry, the sales of the book have tripled. So that is showing this multiplier effect that the industry sees when you make investment in culture and industry. A recent study found that in the audio-visual industry in Mexico, which contributes $3 billion to the Mexican economy every year, and that every dollar spent gets 1.6 in return. President Sheinbaum, at Netflix, we share your vision for a vibrant, prosperous Mexico, filled with growth and opportunity, and we want to play a part in that history as well. That's why today, I'm happy to announce that Netflix will be investing $1 billion to produce series and films in Mexico over the next 4 years. So we hope this investment will help grow the audiovisual industry, creating jobs and opportunity across the entire country. Our journey so far in Mexico has taken us from north to south, from the Baja's sunset shores to the Caribbean sunrise sands. We have produced in 50 locations across 25 states, and with this renewed commitment, we look forward to opening even more new partnerships. Together with your government and industry partners, we also will keep funding to help diverse and creative talent behind the camera break into entertainment. We've been doing this for many years now and find it to be very successful. And finally, I'm happy to announce that we'll also be collaborating with the Churubusco Studios, where some of the great works of Mexican cinema have been made, to invest in the elevation of the facilities there. President Sheinbaum, we look forward to working with you and your many teams within the government, not only to grow the economy and to create opportunity, but to bring more of this beautiful Mexican rich culture and heritage to the world. And thank you again for having me.